Why, hello. I'm going to do my very first currently inked video. It's one of my favorite things to watch myself, so I figured I would give it a shot making my own. So I currently have these pens inked up as well as these ones. And the rest of them are empty. The paper that I will be using is this notebook here by Nanami, and it's Tomo River paper, and it's a little bit off white. And then I have a gallon, the Everyday book with Gallon Leather Co. With Cosmo Air Light 75-gram paper, and this is definitely a bright white. So putting these next to each other, you can see it's definitely a cream and a white. And it will be my very first time. This is a brand new notebook that I got at the Commonwealth Pen Show. It will be the very first time that I'll be writing on the Cosmo Air Light paper. All right, so the first pen that I have is a Sailor, and I actually just got this pen off of Amazon for, I think, $88, very good deal. It did not come with a converter, so this one actually has the cartridge that came with the Sailor pen. So it's just a black cartridge, and probably what I'll do is once the cartridge is empty, I will refill it with an ink from my collection. So this is in a medium fine nib, and it is a 14 karat gold nib. And I believe that this is a, yes, it is a Sailor Japan 1911. Now, this does have feedback on the paper, very much so. Enjoy that. Yep. So it's taking just a little bit to dry on the Cosmo Air Light. It looks like that has dried. And then this puts down a good amount of ink. It's very nice. So sticking with Sailor, I did get this Sailor 1911. This was my first Sailor pen, and so I went with something that was not at a very high price point. And this is currently inked with, I believe it is a Sailor ink. And I believe it is Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to look that up and perhaps put a note in the video. And this is a fine nib. Oh, sorry, it's actually a medium fine. But it is very, I would say, finer than this other medium fine. Yes. All right, the next pen is I have the Quebeco collection. This is the iridescent pearl. And I tend to go for extra fine nibs. I did get this one in a medium because I do have quite a few inks that have shimmer or glitter in it, and I wanted something that was a little bit better able to handle that. So this has the Ferris Wheel Press Blooming Mushroom ink in it. I'm going to butcher the spelling on this. And this has Ferris Wheel Press Blooming Mushroom. I just love this ink so much. There's not a significant amount of the glitter showing through right now, but it is just a beautiful color. I'm a big fan of the grays, and I'm really getting into the purples right now. Which you can probably tell because these two colors are not very different. Okay. Now the next one that I have, let's see, I will do the Twisby. So we have the Twisby Eco in rose gold. And this is, I believe, an extra fine nib. And this has a Sailor 1, 2, 3, I believe is the ink. Let me just confirm. Yes. And then I think this one right here is one of the samples that I have from Sailor. It looks like it is Fuji. So this is Sailor 1, 2, 3. And those dual shading properties, oh, brings me so much joy. Twisby Eco. And then Sailor 1, 2, 3. I see videos where people use a bold nib, and I love how it puts ink down, but I just don't see myself using it in my everyday. Okay, and then I also have this Twisby, and you can see that beautiful shimmer. So this is the Glow Green, so Twisby Eco Glow Green, and in it is filled the Dominant Industry Periwinkle Twinkle, which I just happen to have right here. Look at that. So this is the Periwinkle Twinkle. I love how it comes in a little bag, in a little box. It's very cute. And this is in a fine. I have not used it for a couple of days. That's the downside of using the shimmer. Let me just go over here. I'm going to have to run this under water. Okay, got it. Oh, beautiful blue. I tend to be more, I mentioned, gray and black with my ink choices, but this is a beautiful blue. beautiful. That one, let's see if any of the shimmer comes through. It has a little bit of a pink shimmer. Not sure if that's going to get picked up. Okay. The next one is another newish pen to my collection. It's the Lamy Studio Dark Brown, which 100% looks black in all of the pictures, but when you get it in the right light, it is a beautiful brown with a sparkle. This has a fine nib, and it's inked up with the cutest little bottle of ink ever, Colorverse Sunspot. Now, one thing about this particular pen is that the ink flow has not been wonderfully consistent. So, could be the ink. I've only had it inked up with this one ink. Excuse me. It also might just need a little bit of work on the nib. So, we'll see how it does right now. Now this ink is a black ink, but it shades a little bit gray, which I really, really liked. And of course it wrote fine. Next up, I have the Moonman Mahjong A1, this beautiful orange color. And I will be very honest, I have wanted this in a vanishing point for a few years, but have not been able to rationalize pulling the trigger to pay the price for it. And so when Moonman came out with this knockoff, decided to give it a try. It was about $40, got it on Amazon, and I have it inked up with Noodler's Lexington Gray. I believe this is in, it's a fine, because I think I wanted it to be extra fine and was slightly disappointed that they only had one option. Beautiful gray ink. I've loved it for quite some time. Very happy with it. It's interesting just thinking about this particular, when I put the ink down here, I guess I'd say it kind of spread a little bit, and that little ink blot, that little sample there, scribble, it blended nicely. This paper, it's almost like it soaked in very quickly, and so you can see the pen strokes. So that's that. And then I do have my Pilot Vanishing Point. I have had this pen for many years. It was, I believe, my third fountain pen. My first was a preppy. My second was a, the entry point Pilot, Metropolitan. And then I just dove headfirst and got this beauty. You can see it's very well loved. The color is has been worn off from the clicking, and it is a black gold nib in extra fine. And because it's so well loved and I've used it for so many years, I actually I guess put some pressure on the nib, so it was no longer flowing in an extra fine. It was closer to a medium or a broad. So when I went to the Commonwealth Pen Show, I actually went to a nib master and had it worked on. So now it's back to its prime, and I'm very excited. And this is inked up with Diatramentis Document Ink Black. So this is kind of my everyday black. Sign things with it, write notes, basic every day. Quite scratchy, and I love it. What I like about this ink, it is a archival ink, so it's waterproof, fade resistant, and it's just a really basic black. But I don't need to, once I put it down, I don't need to worry about it. There are times on some Tomoe River paper that it takes a bit to dry, so that would probably be my only critique. And then the last pen for this video is my the pen that I got at the Commonwealth Pen Show. That was a bucket list pen. So it's the Pilot E95S in burgundy. And my goodness, it is just beautiful. It has a 14 karat extra fine nib. And I have it inked up with J. Urban, or Gris Deu, which I also got at the pen show. I wanted a gray ink that had a little bit of some shading properties to it. This as well has a little bit of a purple lean to it. Okay, so those are my inks and my pens currently. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be posting more videos like this, as well as fountain pen reviews, paper reviews, ink reviews, and just sharing my great love of fountain pens with all of you. And hopefully the joy that I find in watching these kinds of videos, you find that same joy in watching mine. Thanks.